Okay guys, today's going to be fitness, going out for a walk, because every day we're going to move. This is going to be your quarantine boot camp. We're going to come out of this with the best body, the best fitness. We're going to learn about nutrition. We're going to learn about being super fit. In fact, I've had patients say, man, if I could just have you lock me up and just you and I in a center together for 2 months, I'd be in the best shape of my life and I know how to eat everything. Well, you know what? Careful for what you wish for, because this is what's going to happen. We are going to be connected every day, and you're going to get out of this thing better than you did going in. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do some chair exercises. For some people, they really need to get that heart pumping, but they can't do it because of their joints. So we're going to do a 30-minute chair exercise that even if you don't have joint issues, you can get a heart rate up. I certainly do, and I know you can too. And then I'm going to also show you some great tips on how to run correctly or fast walk. It's going to bring maximum muscle, because it's not just about going out there and moving blood, it's doing it to the optimum level. So that's what I'm going to give tips on today. Chair exercise and how to get out there and move it. Because every day, part of the deal is every day we got to be moving. I thought the first thing we do is focus on alignment and what we're going to do when we go outside. So how do you get the maximum out of your run or fast walk? And listen, fast walking, if you do it right, can be just as effective and just as fitness producing as any hard run. So let's talk about alignment. First thing is you want to make sure you take a deep breath and then roll your shoulders down. You want to keep that core up in front. What happens a lot of times is we spend our day sitting in a chair and we tend to put our back into a C position. So our hips tend to roll out, and this is where we tend to put ourselves. So the muscles get really good at doing this, and we want to correct that, because this kind of positioning when we get into our fitness routines can be quite damaging. So what we want to do is first start with alignment. We want to lift the body back up so we can bring it back into that S curve. And the way we do that is we take a deep breath and then shoulders down. Your chest, I'll call this the buoy. Your rib cage area will actually feel as if it's ahead of or in front of your hips. So this is open. What that does is it helps align the knees, helps align the feet correctly. Otherwise, when you take your strides, if you're in here, you're going to do the old lazy man roll, or you're going to roll outside the foot. We don't want to do that. We want to train the body to start strengthening muscles that are going to be more conducive to a healthy spine, to healthy alignment. So the way we do that is we start here in the core. So we open up, shoulders down, and you're going to work your walk or your run with an open core. That's number one. Number two, you do not want your hands crossing over. And I know I see a lot of people doing this. This is not a good thing, because anytime you start doing this, remember, you're going in that direction. There's no reason why we need to be doing this. Hard on the knees, small little movements in slow motion, even if they're here, bring the knee going in the opposite direction of the direction you're trying to go, which is forward. So, number two, we want to keep our hands by our side like we're pumping. The chest is open and our hands are at our side. And you want to really consciously think of this, because it's real easy to fall back into that C spine and roll up like this. In fact, I give you a challenge. Anybody you see out there running that's got a knee brace on, I guarantee they're doing one of these jobs. So it's open and arms out to the side, not crossing over. And then number three, let's talk about foot placement. Real important. Like I said, when you get into that chair position and your muscles get conditioned doing this all day, you tend to do the lazy man walk, where you roll outside your foot and roll. So you take big strides and you roll outside your foot. This is going to be very hip-oriented, not very foot-oriented or muscular. So this is what we're going to try to do. We want to keep our strides smaller, and we want to think about rolling up so that the muscles become more engaged. So when we walk, we roll up, stride small. When the stride is small, it's less tendency to get into the lazy man roll, because when you're bringing the stride in, you're going to be forced to use more legs. So as you're doing it, your legs are going to be really pumping the calves and butt. What you got to think about is when you bring the foot out, you're doing a smaller stride, you can really feel the ball of the foot and the big toe as it grabs that earth and pulls it towards you. So you're grabbing with the toe heel and you're really pushing with the feet. When the strides are small, it's going to be much easier to do that. And you almost feel as you're rolling up as you're doing it. And your arms to the side, so you're rolling up. Your chest is open. In summary, we're going to keep the shoulders up and down, core front. We're going to keep our arms moving in front and not crossing over. And we're going to grab the floor with our toes and our big toe and ball of the foot and keep the strides small. Those are the three things you've got to remember when we go out there. So this is probably the best for developing muscle strength in your legs because you're not going to let the body go into a lazy man roll. But it will develop muscles you're not used to. So you may not be able to go out there and do your usual walk if you're really bringing in this different way of working. You're also going to feel it more in the inside of your legs, especially if you're used to rolling out to the side. So the key is to start out with a small amount, maybe mix it in with how you normally walk and see how that feels on your legs. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel because we got a lot more coming.